fine. That's fine. So that's that one. Yep, I did say I was going to do it this way, just so I don't confuse you. But didn't keep my promise there. Sorry. Try this. Don't really want grease on there. And then this, with that being the throttle, fit the old throttle wheel. Comes with two shims here. I think it's sort of a just in case procedure from MB. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fit one shim first. Or should I? One's a thick one, one's a thin one. So take off that thin one again. And I'll fit that thick one. Oh boy. I'm thick as pig shit I am. Right, before before I put this together here, I'm going to do one last job. And now that I know everything fits together nicely, and I think it's just enough with that thick shim. I don't need to use the thin shim as well, which is nice. Why can't you get out, please? Get out, get out, get out. Dude, that has wedged itself. There you go. Now I know what you're doing. Right, so let me just take this out and I'm just going to show you. So I'll use the thick shim. So what I'm going to do with the rod here now, I'm just going to take a file to the leading edge of this, because this is galvanized, and that is because I'm going to weld it. Just bear with me. I'm just going to give that a file. Don't want to take the piss, but I just want to take off that top coating of whatever this is. I think it's galvanized. That's good. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do this one too. So bear with me 1 second, put this back in. Up there, thank you very much, sir, thank you. Let's go. Put the wheel in. Jesus Christ, superstar. Jesus Christ, superstar. Nah, don't forget to put the shim. Right, just as a point of interest, I've just used the thin shim there actually, because the stop, if I used the fat one, the stop on the throttle wheel didn't stop on the stop in the headset. So just use that. There's a little bit of movement here, side to side, and that's why I filed the end there. I'll show you that in a second. So next job is the gear side. I love this. This part of the job is great fun. So here you have, I've cleaned up this inside there. This needs a good squidgety squidge with grease. If I can get it out there. So some grease on here. Grease it all up. Grease it all up. It's quite see-through actually, this grease, but put it in there. I can take out the excess later on. So that's that bit. And then you have this slidey washer that fits all the way up here. Very nice. Gives a bit of stability for the, but that's original obviously. And then we've got the brass wheelie bob. That's got to sit right in there, and that's why I had to take away the paint right up to the edge there. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get that on. And then we have this puppy. I think what I'll do, I'll put some grease on that too. Just and that's why I didn't need to take away the paint here, because it's not actually touching here, but it's touching there, like so. Okay, let's hope all this stuff fits. I'd be very upset if it doesn't. It's starting to get late. There you go. Ah, lovely jubbly. Oi, 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 oi. Nice. And then gonna put some grease. Get away. Put some grease in the old olive there. Nice. Fit that there. Same procedure as the last one. Got this holdy olive bracket, and you have this which holds wires here. Obviously that's not that's not lined up. There you go. And then I put some grease on. Don't need grease on that one, it's only here. Slide through. Slide through. Come on, lad. She's in. Hey, lad. She's in. Aye. Right, so that's that bit done. What I was aiming for here is that this is exactly the right amount of movement. Just tiny bit. Can you see that? I'll zoom it in afterwards and you can have a look. But as you can see, there's a tiny bit of movement that way. And that's really what you need on the gear changer. If not, it's going to be really stiff. If it's too tight, it'll just give you a stiff gear change. But the rattle that you can hear is this. These tend to get worn after a time, and they get sloppy this way, so you sort of lose that positive gear change. So what I'm going to do now is, what I do is I line it up to where I want it, like pull it out a little bit there, or push it in, so that I've got a bit of, I want that amount of movement there, you see. So I line it up like this, and I put a bit of a MIG weld, just a bit of a spot weld on the end here, just to hold those into place. And I'm pretty sure that most dealers do it like that as well, basically because that saves you all the trouble of fitting all new rods and stuff, and it's still developing after a very short while, developing more slack. And it's because it's just a spot weld we use here, it doesn't take it's not really hard to get off again when that's done. So that should be really tight, and it's probably about 0.5 millimeter, but it's enough. I just make sure that it can go around all 4 gears there, no problem, which it does. So that's good. And we'll do the same with the throttle. This one, I've got some movement this way too. So what I'll do here, before I weld it, is I'll pull it up and push it down tight here, hold it, and put a bit of a spot weld there. Now, this one's okay. You can have it quite tight here because of the special shim that you've got underneath there, and that bendy, there's like sort of a spring washer on the bottom there, which takes off the slack, takes up the slack sideways. So I'll do that, and I think the easiest way for me to do this really is by fitting it on the scooter. So I'll fit it on the scooter, we'll give it a TIG, and that should be us done for the evening. Right, so I've set my welder on the spot. Well, let's see how that goes. Are we still on? Hello, hello, hello. Yep. Right, let me just show you. I've got like 14% battery life left. Can you see that, do you reckon? I can put it in a little bit closer. But as you see, it's just a small spot weld that I put here. I'll dress it off with a file, and what that does, it just keeps everything really nice and stable, so you don't get that clickety clack sound. It's really easy to take off again if you ever need to do so. But yeah, so I've got like half a millimeter, I think, backward and forward on the old gear shifter there. That's just so that you don't make it too stiff. And I've done the same here on the throttle there, so that's nice and loose. And although it's nice and loose, it's really tight. So there's no tiny little bit of movement there, which is about, like I said, about a millimeter. Which, if you don't have that half a millimeter in there, then it can be a little bit too tight, basically. But this is like perfect. Just gives you a really nice feeling when you're out riding the bike. Everything nice and tight. That's the way I like it. So I'll just do the old sort of turn on the screen there. So I hope you enjoyed this little video here. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It's probably about half an hour. But hey, we've got nothing else to do, have we? A lot of us, at least. So I'm going to have a bit of a competition on Facebook. If you post a picture, let me just put that away. If you post a picture on Facebook, on the Kickback Garage page, with your Corona haircut, looks pretty good. Mine's getting pretty good, and the old beard there is getting monstrous. So if you put a picture on there, I'll pick out a couple of lads and ladies, and I'll send you some stickers. Right, just to add a bit of a bonus there. Am I really dirty in my face? I think so. So don't forget to do the old subscribe. Share the crap out of the videos as well, because I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. 1,000! That's really cool. I like that. And I'll try and do the videos as often as I can. What else have I done? I just want to say something about, the engine. The engine, I pressure tested that, did the old leg down test. That is good, so that's ready to go. I fit the clutch and the chain, and I'm going to do some other stuff on there, but I've got some gadgets coming over from the UK that I want to test before I put the engine in the frame. and then it's cables, and I still got plenty to do, but it'd be good. It'd be good. I think it's gonna be really cool, really nice scooter, I think. Anyway, like I said, do the old thumbs up, buy yourself a t-shirt, grab yourself the hashtag 2020 Lone Rider, and that goes to Doctors Without Borders. It's getting late, so I'm sort of babbling. And the other t-shirts, they go to me for stuff like cameras and microphones. Actually, I can stand back here now. I don't have to sort of do the old in-your-face thing, which is very cool. So I'll love you and leave you. And did I say do thumbs up? Do the thumbs up, do the subscribe, do a bit of sharing and caring, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay lads, ta-ra! And I'll give that a go, both these, and obviously I'll return later. Oh, Jesus.